Welcome to part 2 of my Chesterfield disused railway series. Now, first part I followed the Great Central Railway. This part we're going to be having a look at the Lancashire, Derbyshire and East Coast Railway. Now this was the third and final railway to arrive into Chesterfield. I always forget these dates. 1897 I think it was. And we're starting here. I'm just sheltering out of the way of the traffic noise under the Midland Railway bridge, just by the side of the Hornsbridge Island. A substantial roundabout just on the outskirts of Chesterfield town centre. We can see the three railway lines, the Midland, the Great Central and our LD&ECR, that intersected where we're standing on this map, comparing it to today's satellite image. It's that Lancashire, Derbyshire and East Coast Railway that we're looking at today, which was the highest elevation of the three lines. Only a short run from here into its final destination of Chesterfield Market Place Station or goods yard, and we'll look at what's not left of that route in this video. Gotta be very careful I don't get splattered with this pigeon mess. Hello, a lot of pigeons above my head there. Now if you watch part 1, I said, didn't I, that's the Midland Railway just passing over there. That came first. Now we had the Great Central Railway thread its way below the Midland Railway, and I say thread because we've also got the Lancashire, Derbyshire, East Coast Railway that just careered its way over Hornsbridge on quite a substantial viaduct, and you'll see what I mean if I show you some photographs. A mixture of 7 brick arches and 4 girder spans, the LDECR dwarfed the lower level Midland and Great Central lines. That must have been a hell of a grand entrance to the town for rail travellers. Now, like the Great Central Railway, not much really remains evident in Chesterfield apart from the odd random thing that's kind of still in existence, and that we're looking at now is one of the old piers from one of those vast archways. The line closed in the 1950s, and in 1960 the demolition of the viaduct began, with cranes lifting off the girder section. Some of the arches survived longer than others and left this strange sight of the last arch still towering over the landscape until that was also finally demolished to make way for the new road system in the 1980s. So the next time you're filtering your way through Hornsbridge Island, you'll be thinking about the railways that once dominated the site. I wonder why they just left that one. I wonder if it's just because of the proximity to the railway line next to it. I think it is, isn't it? Look, it's actually it's linked to that supporting structure. So I'm going to follow the course of the LDECR, the Lancashire, Derbyshire, East Coast Railway, as closely as possible. Now the course of the line isn't there sadly any longer, and we'll see as we make our way. But first things first, got to cross back to the other side of this this roundabout. Compare the old maps compared to the aerial shots from today. The railway line's technically just dissected straight across this road in front. Could talk for some time about the history and the what-fors and where-nots of the LDECR, and we've covered it in the past. I've not covered this section though. There was I suppose I'm more familiar with the Bayton branch, which was the other line off from Langwith Junction. this was the Chesterfield branch. Now, it closed to passengers in 1951. Well, this wasn't one of the lines that fell victim to our good friend Dr. Beechin. This actually closed because of the poor state of repair of Bolsover Tunnel and the Doley Viaduct just outside Bolsover. And the passenger numbers weren't that great, and it just wasn't economical to repair those two things. So the line sadly closed. Now, I'm kind of giving the game away for the next episode because I'm stood on the Brampton branch, which is another line that I'm going to be looking at in Chesterfield. We're still on the LDECR area, and this was this location of Boythorpe Viaduct. And the Boythorpe Viaduct that carried the LDECR over that Brampton branch, and also the Boythorpe, a couple of lines up to Boythorpe. And we're losing the course of the line now because that goes off that way. It cuts right through the retail park. You would never believe me if I told you it was July, middle of July I'm filming this. It's about 14 degrees today. Quite tempted to put the coat on. It's very breezy. It keeps trying to rain. Usual story. It was sunny when I set off. So this is Park Road. Now, the line crossed over Park Road on a bridge on its approach into the Chesterfield Market Place Station and goods yard. The alignment of Park Road has changed, and that road you can see going from top to bottom didn't exist when the station and the railway was open. And you can see the former station hotel just coming into view there, and we're just overlooking what was the old station site, good yard and goods shed. We can get a better appreciation of the footprint of the station and sidings on this map. And there's the hotel to the right of the station, aside from the Portland Hotel, completely erased. Quite a station, isn't it? 4 platforms, and there's the hotel just coming into view on the right. So this is the site, believe it or not, all on this side of the old Chesterfield Market Place Station. That was a terminus. It was quite a sizable station, quite a sizable infrastructure of goods yards, goods sheds around it too. But nothing here now. It's the Royal Mail office. However, look across there, that shiny black and white building is, but it's not the original station hotel. That arrived in it's now Wetherspoons. That opened in 1899, so a couple of years after the railway station arrived. I think it would be rude not to. I've got a bit of a thirst. Did you know that Chesterfield was never the intended final destination of the LDECR? The reference to Lancashire in the company title is a little out of context geographically to where the line actually ended up serving. But their initial plans were to extend west as far as Warrington and the Manchester Ship Canal. That didn't get anywhere near happening except for an outline of a rather optimistic route across the Peak District. Similarly, to the east, the line didn't make it to its proposed destination of Sutton-on-Sea, rather reaching just short of Lincoln at Pyewipe Junction. We refer to the LD&ECR, but its time under that company name was actually short-lived, less than a decade, as the railway was absorbed into the Great Central Railway in 1907. That's part 2. So cheers for watching. I'll see you on part 3, where we're going to be having a look at the Brampton branch.